Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid SEL Premium.
And before we start, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Eli and the rest of the management and staff here at Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're in the market for a new car or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Santa Fe started off as Hyundai's compact crossover SUV from 2001 to 2005 for the first generation. From the second generation on, from 2006 to today, it's been sitting on a mid-size platform. The fourth generation Santa Fe that you see here was released in 2019, facelifted in 2021, sitting on a newer platform with higher quality steel body structure, revised headlamps, tail lamps, front grille, and it now includes a hybrid and plug-in hybrid variant. For 2023, not much has changed, but Hyundai has removed the SEL convenience package from the gas motors and the hybrid motor, also adding dual pane acoustic windows for the SE trim and puddle lights for when you open up the doors. The SEL now gets a leather wrapped steering wheel, rear sunshades, adaptive cruise control, which is navigation based. Same thing for the hybrid models too. The PHEV now gets highway driving assist with semi-autonomous driving and a larger touchscreen. For 2023, there are 10 different trim levels and 4 different power plans for the 2023 Santa Fe, starting with the SE base, which starts at $28,195, featuring a 2.5-liter gas 4-cylinder, cranking out 191 horsepower and 191 pound-feet of torque. Same power plan for the SEL, but as you mentioned, the SEL has higher quality materials and more features. The base price right under $32,000. The XRT also gets that same 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, but starts at $33,695, and it's a little bit more rugged and off-road capable. Above the XRT sits our first hybrid trim, which is the blue hybrid, starting at $35,695 with a 1.6-liter turbo engine and 2 electric motors, cranking out a combined 226 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Above that sits the SEL Premium Hybrid that you see here, the base price a tick under $40K. Same power plant. Above this trim sits the Limited, which of course gets the super powerful 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, cranking out 277 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. The SEL Convenience plug-in hybrid sits above the Limited at $41,295, and the Limited hybrid is a top-of-the-line hybrid trim with a base price of $42,095. Same power plant as the other hybrid trim levels. Above the Limited hybrid is the Calligraphy at $42,095. That's the top-of-the-line luxury Santa Fe. At least for the gas engines, the top-of-the-line altogether Santa Fe is the Limited plug-in hybrid with a base price a tick under $47,000. But here we have the SEL Premium Hybrid with a base price right under $40K. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your post refresh front grille and headlights with a daytime running light. Unique style daytime running light. Hyundai calls it a T-shape daytime running light. Full LED for the high and low beam. Halogen for the turn signal though. I'm really liking that smoked silver trim for the grille. Hyundai badge with a forward-facing camera right underneath. That panel down below houses your advanced safety features. This white metallic paint is beautiful. The sun is shining pretty hard right now in Brandon, Florida. Hopefully you can pick up those sparkles for this white metallic paint. It is really beautiful. We'll take a step back, hopefully you get a good idea of the front styling for this 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe SEL Premium Hybrid. The wheel and tire setup, these are 19-inch gunmetal gray and silver contrasted star-styled rims. I'm kind of liking the color for the gunmetal gray. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. They're a little bit dirty, but the sparkles are very beautiful. The tires are Continental Cross Contacts, dimensions being 235/55 R19. So with the 55 series sidewall, the ride quality should be really good in this SUV. We get some plastic cladding surrounding the wheel well. For this all-wheel drive SUV, all hybrids are standard with all-wheel drive. The lower door trim kind of reminds me of this car's sibling, the Kia Sorento, but that's the only thing that reminds me of the Kia Sorento here. This is a very unique SUV. We got cameras for the mirrors, which helps out our blind spot view monitor, LED turn signal on the mirror itself, two-tone contrast with the white and black. Glass fills up the entire frame. Blind spot monitoring on the glass, chrome trim surrounding the window trim, dark tints out rear, blacked out B and C pillar. We take a quick look at the window sticker for the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid SEL Premium all-wheel drive. Standard features, you guys can pause, take a look at all of these truly loaded with features for a sub $40,000 base price. Options, $400 for the Serenity White Pearl Metallic Paint, $205 for the cargo package, $210 for the carpeted floor mats, $120 for the mud guards, rear bumper applique or applique, however you pronounce it, is $75, $1,300 destination charge, totals us out a tick under $42,000. thousand bucks. Excellent on gas, over 30 mpgs for both the city and the highway, 32 combined mpgs. Take a step back, smart access for the driver and the front passenger, same rear wheel and tire setup. We can check out the gas cap. It is a push to open, no easy fill, but I believe you could throw 87 octane fuel even though this is a turbocharged 1.6 liter engine. 9 separate pieces for the brake light up top, turn signal, and the reverse light down below, and an additional 2 panels for the lower portion. It doesn't flow flushly to the center for the lighting up portion, but it still looks very nice. Santa Fe with the sunshine right next to it. Shout out Brandon Hyundai in Brandon, Florida for helping make this review possible. H-Track hybrid badge on the right side, full rear parking sensing. We'll take a squat back here, get a good look at the exhaust tip. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 1.6 liter turbo, see if we can rev it up and hear how she sounds. All right guys, hopefully you picked up the exhaust noise for this 1.6 liter hybrid. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it makes okay power at 226 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque. Probably underrated torque numbers. We'll see how it is once you take it out for a drive. You can expect 0 to 60 in the high 7, low 8 second range, which doesn't sound very quick, but compared to the standard 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, it's a huge improvement. Not as quick, of course, as the 2.5 liter turbo, but wouldn't be expected. It gets way better fuel economy. I appreciate the hydraulic struts. What you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right up or down, take one more step back, get a good look at the front styling. We get a forward-facing camera and a 360, but no front parking sensors, which a little bit of a head scratcher, but this is a sub $40,000 SUV, so I'm not going to complain for any type of lack of features. We get a ton of features for the money. Up top for the door panel, we get soft touch materials, faux carbon trim beneath that, aluminum door handle, gushy soft leather for the armrest, auto one touch for the front windows, which are dual pane. Even the SE now gets dual pane front windows, power windows out rear, 4-way adjustable mirrors, Harman Kardon sound system. Down below it's hard plastic, but ton of storage. I'd expect you to easily fit a foot long, and not quite sure, probably a 20-ounce water bottle, but be careful because it's very sideways. Taking a step inside, Santa Fe aluminum nameplate. The seats are leather, perforated, heated, not ventilated, but wouldn't be expected again for a non-limited trim level. They're fully adjustable seats, 2-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. 2-tone contrast for the leather too. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. I know the shade is tough because I'm standing right in front of the sun, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, everything fires right to light. And first thing you notice is the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Huge fan of that, but the 10.25-inch touchscreen, I kind of wish it was better integrated like the Kia Sorento we just reviewed on this channel. But first thing we notice here is the steering wheel. It's leather wrapped. The SEL and up all get a leather wrapped steering wheel. 10-2 bolstering notches are nice. 9-3 fits perfect in your hand. Really liking it. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side of the steering wheel, voice commands, AM, FM, Sirius, volume and skip, answer and hang up your phone calls. On the right side, we have our infotainment adjustments, steering assist, and adaptive cruise control. We can see the infotainment adjustments right here. We're currently looking at our advanced safety features, drive info, sense refueling, accumulated info, idle mode, and a digital speedo. We can see our turn-by-turn for the navigation system, or a compass when there's no route set. Press one more time, you can see the power distribution, tire pressure monitor, and the engine temperature. We can press one more time right back to where we started, and the attention level, which is all pretty cool. This is my personal favorite to look at all times, so we'll leave it here. 160 mile an hour speedometer, power indicator on the right. This is all in comfort mode. We have a drive mode selector, so we're not in comfort mode, eco mode. In sport mode, we can put it into sport and see if anything changes up. It does not, which is weird. Maybe there's a setting in one of the settings that changes up the gauge display in sport, but right now we're in sport, as you guys see, and the gauge display stays the exact same. This is snow mode and smart mode. We can throw it back into eco. We'll start off in eco, transition into sport. We also have a center differential lock for the all-wheel drive system. Paddle shifters on the steering wheel too. The stocks have a very satisfying click, and as you see, we have our blind spot monitoring view in both corners. Fantastic feature, especially for the price point. Auto headlamps, no auto rain sensing wipers for this trim. It's available on the higher trims. Auto high beams too. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our interior brightness, lane keep assist, trunk release, and we can turn off our traction control, electronic parking brake, hood latch release, and hopefully you can get a good look at the pedals. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. The steering wheel telescopes very far towards me, which is a huge thumbs up for me. It allows much taller and shorter drivers to all feel comfortable driving the Santa Fe. The air controls are surrounded in aluminum, soft touch, leatherette material above that. The top part of the dashboard, however, is all hard plastic. Not a big deal for me because the areas they're going to be touching have this really nice leather stitching. Hopefully I can pick it up for you guys on camera. I understand the glare can be pretty rough with this sun, but the interior looks absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. The touchscreen, yeah, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, but it's still 10.25 inches. Great response. You can see your hybrid mode. We have that plastic screen currently on it, so don't judge the touchscreen too poorly for its lack of response, but you have your average fuel economy, electric motor use, and the energy flow. You can go right back, check out the map. Hyundai's maps are some of the best in the business. The response for the zooming function isn't quite the best, but check this out, just move around. The response is basically just like an iPhone. I just switched to a zoom function, had a little bit better response, but you're probably not gonna be spending too much time zooming in and out in your navigation anyway, so as long as it slides around nice and quickly in response to your touch, like over here, that's all that you can really ask for. You can see everything that's available in your touchscreen on the next slide too. My personal favorite to look at all times would be the map, so we'll leave it there. As we mentioned, more of that beige leather, baseball glove colored leather for the middle part of the dashboard. The air vents are surrounded by aluminum for the center too. Hazards, faux carbon surrounding these buttons. Shortcuts if you don't want to go through your touchscreen. Dual zone automatic climate control, heated seats, no ventilated seats. The gear selector is buttons or R buttons for the park, reverse, neutral, and drive with the drive mode selector right next to it. Hill descent control, auto hold for the electronic parking brake. You can turn off your parking sensors if you're off-roading or at a drive-through or something. You just don't want to be bombarded with the beep, beep, beep. You check out your cameras at all times. Currently looking at a rear view camera and a 360, both excellent resolution. Press it one more time and it returns us to the map. We can see the different camera views. You can see an over-the-top view, but it doesn't have guidance lines or trajectory. You can see the view that we were currently just at and a blind spot view for your wheels, so you don't have to worry about scuffing them up too badly. You can throw this thing into reverse, and now we get guidance lines and trajectory for the 360 and the backup camera. Different views include over-the-top trailer hitch liner upper. No trailer hitch on this Santa Fe, but I believe the Santa Fe can tow between 3,500 and 5,000 pounds, which is pretty solid for a mid-size SUV. I like the guidance lines for the front wheels too, for the 360. Hopefully you can pick it up. And the final view is the blind spot view, which we've already checked out. Excellent camera system, especially for a sub $40,000 SUV. Throw right back in the park and it returns us to the map. Beneath that gear selector, we have USB-A port, cup holder, and a wireless charging pad. You just slide your phone in that pocket and it charges right up. Additional cup holder behind that. You can shut this thing up and it exposes more of that faux carbon trim. It looks really nice. It doesn't leave fingerprints like piano black does, so I am appreciative of this material. Stitching, leather stitching for your knee will often hit. Leather stitching surrounding the engine start stop button. All premium features. To the left of the steering wheel, more leather stitching surrounding the buttons. We get a 12 volt on the left side and a USB-A port on the right. Very impressive storage too for the center column area. The console, softly padded. It's not leather wrapped, but it's softly padded. You can press this aluminum door button, whatever you want to call it, and it opens right up. Decent space for this cubby. Not quite as large as the Sorento we just reviewed in this channel, but you can fit quite a few car accessories in here. You'll fit 2 or 3 2-liter bottles of soda in the center console too. Very large amount of space. The glove box surrounding it is leather stitching. We have an additional cubby storage spot above the glove box itself. You'll probably fit like 2 or 3 pairs of gloves in there. Aluminum latch for the glove box, hard plastic outside of it. We can pull this latch. It's damp, not lined with felt for this trim, but it's massive. You're fitting 30, 35 license plates in here with no problem, with some additional space right above it. Pretty much a frameless rear view mirror, auto dimming, 3 garage home link settings on it, LED interior light. We can check it out by pressing this button, and we get a massive moonroof. Look at the size of this thing. You can open it up by just pressing that aluminum latch. 2 panels of glass. The first panel is huge. The second panel is just as big. We'll see how far it opens up. Really far. See if it goes any further. It does not, but it goes out all the way to the end of the front row. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day out of nowhere in Tampa, Florida. It was raining all morning, but it's absolutely beautiful now. Sunny and like 68 degrees. Couldn't really ask for a whole lot better for this time of year. But we can shut this glass right up. Unfortunately, the shade follows it, so we'll open the shade and try to open up or close the glass by itself. Okay. And we'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can get a good idea of how much light is brought into this cabin. But beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky, and this tan beige interior matches the sunny weather fantastic. That's about it for the front seat though. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. So up top, we have soft touch materials and a rear sunshade, all appreciated. Leather for the armrest, pretty soft. Power window, not auto one touch, hard plastic for the center. Still get the aluminum door handle, Harman Kardon speaker, massive storage for the bottom portion, another aluminum Santa Fe nameplate. This is a very premium looking vehicle. I'm not quite sure who was there before me. I promise you guys those are not for my feet. I think some kid must have been here for a previous test drive. The rear seats are actually well bolstered, perforated for the center, two-tone contrast for the seat. You can't slide the seats back and forth, but you can recline them, which is a pretty premium feature. Taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still got plenty of space, at least 4 or 5 inches for my knees, plenty of room for my feet. Headroom, I got at least 1 inch, possibly 2, and we can recline these seats, so check this out. Fully reclined, I'm very comfortable back here. Plenty of room for my head now, especially now that I'm reclined. Legroom still just as impressive. We can put the seat right back up though, so when we check out the cargo space, it's not intruding. We get a map pocket behind the front. Passenger 2 USB-A ports underneath the air vents. The air vents, of course, are appreciated, but would be expected with an SUV in this price point. We have a center cubby. You really got to jab your hand into it, wow, to get it out, but we got it. It's pretty soft. 2 cup holders with a little shot glass holder in the center. Shutting this right up. Ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to this massive panoramic moonroof. Huge, huge feature, which is a standard feature on the hybrid SEL Premium. The interior light back here is LED, grab handle, hook for a suit or a dress. That's about it for the back seat though. We can hop out of here, check out the trunk real quick, and then take this Santa Fe Hybrid Premium, SEL Premium, out for a drive. Power, tailgate, massive storage too. We have power folding second row seats with a 12 volt right next to it, storage cubby in the right corner, Harman Kardon subwoofer. I'll try to move these floor mats out of the way, show you the secret storage in this car, and I'll catch right back with you. All right guys, we got the floor mats moved out of the way, so hopefully you have a better idea of the cargo space. 2 different tiers of secret storage. So the first tier, we can open it up. We get our fix-a-flat kit, and I'm not quite sure what's going on, probably some batteries for the hybrid system. We can shut this thing up for the first tier of secret storage. The second tier, just wait till you see this thing. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's like a second trunk back here. I can only imagine the kind of stuff you could hide underneath that. I'll put the floor mats right back, and I'll catch right back with you. There's also 2 additional speakers in the top part of the D pillars for this SUV. So the sound system, it's impressive. I can't demonstrate it for you on camera because of copyright purposes, but you can take my word for it. This Harman Kardon sound system sounds really good. As you mentioned, power folding second row. With the second row seats folded down, I'd expect you to fit up to an 80-inch TV back here. This is a large SUV. The step-in, it's pretty high. I'm a little over 6 feet tall. I'm about 6, maybe 7 inches below the step-in. So for older or smaller pets, not the easiest process, but with most hybrid SUVs, the floor is usually a little bit higher because of the electric motors. We can shut this thing right up by pressing the button. It doesn't really give you a second to move out of the way, so be prepared to get out of the way or you're gonna get doofed in the head. That's about it though for the inside and outside of the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe SEL Premium all-wheel drive hybrid. It is a beautiful SUV, under 40,000 bucks for the base price, loaded with features. As far as performance, let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe SEL Premium Hybrid. Let's take it out for a drive. And starting off in EV mode, the steering feels sharp and direct. It doesn't feel like super heavy. We'll see if it changes up in sport, but in EV, or not EV, in Eco, the steering still feels sharp. Low end torque feels good too. You don't really recognize that it's a turbocharged engine because the electric motors help out with that instant torque, throwing it in faster than we should. Body roll's limited, about half throttle. Picks up speed very well, even in Eco mode. You don't really hear any road noise or wind noise. The isolation is excellent. We'll take it out on the highway, get to some higher speeds, see if it changes up, but so far, so good. And unlike most hybrids, the paddle shifters actually control the transmission. In first gear, let me guess. Okay, it's just it shifts for you. The brakes feel nice. We'll throw it through these turns on this roundabout, see how the handling is. Feels very sharp. Bumps. Good ride quality, not great, but good ride quality. Throw it in way faster than we should. Yeah, a little bit of body roll, but throwing it in that quickly, you would expect it. We'll hit these massive bumps faster than we should. Boom. Boom. And throwing it back in. Yeah, steering feels really good, even in eco mode. We'll throw it into sport real quick, try out an acceleration off the line. Sport mode, on the gas. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Gets the speed well. I can see 0 to 60 happening in the mid to high 7-second range. Maybe the low 8-second range, but it feels quick. The steering gets a little heavier in sport. Just as direct, but I like the way that it feels in sport. Really responsive, good feedback, and you have a lot of feel through the wheel. Handling is just as good, but yeah, a lot more feel through the turn. I'd recommend leaving it in sport because this thing's gonna get great gas mileage regardless. Might as well get a little bit nimbler feeling steering out of it. We'll take it out onto this highway as soon as we get the chance. Well, before we take it out on this highway, we'll step on the gas one more time, throw into the manual shifts, first gear, on the gas. Woo! Yeah, it definitely gets there. We'll open it up a little bit more. Stepping out here, turn off the manual shifts. We don't need to be doing that. All right, guys, taking a step out here, on the gas. Ooh. Yeah, okay, you look down, you're actually going pretty quick. It's not gonna blow you away with the way that it accelerates, but it builds power very smoothly compared to the regular 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. This is a big improvement when it comes to performance, while not really charging a whole lot extra in terms of price. Yes, you are approaching limited and calligraphy territory for the price, so if you really prioritize performance, you want to do 0 to 60 in like the low 6, maybe even high 5-second range. If you go with all-wheel drive, definitely go with a limited or a calligraphy. But if you're okay with doing 0 to 60 in the mid 7-second range, you prioritize fuel economy, you want to get over 30 mpgs, and you don't want to pay over $40,000, this seems like a great way to go. Even at higher speeds, the isolation from the road is fantastic, and the fact that they added dual pane acoustic windows for even the base SE trim says a lot. This new Santa Fe is a really impressive SUV. When you go with the hybrid trim level, especially with the SEL premium hybrid, not the blue hybrid, but the blue hybrid seems like a great value too at $35,000, but at $39,000 for the base price here, you have everything you could possibly want or need. Blind spot monitoring, 360 camera, parking sensors, digital gauge cluster, enough power to do 60 in under 8 seconds, and isolation from the road that can compete with the top luxury cars, all for a base price under $40,000. If you're looking for a premium SUV that can do 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds, seat 5 people, 5 full-size adults comfortably, while getting over 30 mpgs and a base price under $40,000, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2023 Santa Fe Hybrid and check out the SEL Premium, because you get so much for your money. And a big thanks to Eli at Brandon Hyundai in Brandon, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're looking for a new car or SUV or truck, because they do sell the Santa Cruz now in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.